It's time to check back in with D&D and you.
Thanks, Mel. It's World Teachers Day, don't you know? So we want to say thank you to all the amazing teachers, guidance counselors, let's say everybody. Everybody who's teaching you something.
Yeah, right. And we had Allie on the line. Her call had to drop, unfortunately. She's from New Westminster, BC. She said it was her music teacher in 8th grade. If anything was bothering her, anything like that, to get off her chest, he would listen all the time. So it was an inspiration for her for music as well.
It's the teacher that goes over and beyond what they do in the classroom that really resonates, where you see them as like a human first, as opposed to a teacher.
Yeah, it's the teachers that teach you life lessons.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they teach you science and math. That's cool, but then it's the life lessons on top of that.
Beyond.
Right? Teach me math that I can use in everyday life.
Right, where they really care. And we salute, by the way, and thank every teacher out there, because it is the toughest job, as we mentioned, parenting, teaching, toughest jobs on the planet. Ken writes in grades 7 and 8, in the early 80s, I had an amazing teacher, Mr. Henry Sterling. While I was shy and very timid, bullied harshly, oh my gosh, by my classmates, he helped me find my creative voice with writing and encouraged me to embrace those things that others teased me about. Where other teachers saw me as lazy, he saw potential. I would not be here if not for him and would not be the man I am. I salute you, Mr. Sterling, sir, wherever you may be. And that is from Ken. That's beautiful. Awesome. And again, that teacher may not have realized how much they helped Ken, because otherwise you internalize all of these horrible things that are coming at you through bullying or people's expectations of you, or if they're too lowered and you feel like you can't reach your potential self, and somebody saying, I see you, I got you, and nurturing you is huge.
And sometimes teachers might not realize that they've done that for a student. Sometimes students don't realize what their teachers have done for them in that moment, maybe that year. Maybe it's 5 years later where you realize that teacher was really trying to push you because they saw something in you, right?
Yes, they challenge you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that?
I had a couple like that, yeah.
Same.
Because I can really relate to what Ken was saying, because I was a little bit different as a kid, you know? I thought I was out there. So when you have a teacher or a couple of teachers that were like, you know what, you got some potential, kid. Let's rein it in a little bit and see where you can go.
There is a lesson learned there. Right? I tried to get out of I switch up my English teacher in high school because English was my only strong suit, English class. And I remember at the time, my mom's like, I'm trying, I can't get you out of the class. I'm like, he's such a hard marker. I'm not going to get my A in this, you know, and I really wanted my A. Anyway, he did push me harder than anyone else, but that A meant so much more at the end of the year when I got it from him versus had I been able to switch. So I stressed.
You were trying to cruise.
But he
wasn't going to let you.
No, but you dig deep.
Yeah.
We've got Charmaine on the line. Good morning, Charmaine.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Oh, I feel like we're in school. Roll call. Good morning, Charmaine. Good morning, Mrs.
Good morning,
Present.
Steve.
Yeah.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Mr. Marshall. So Mr. Marshall was a principal when I was, you know, I used to be a kid. I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I wish I was a kid again because Mr. Marshall was so good. I used to be bullied. And so what he would do, because it was bad, he would actually walk me home from school.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
To a certain point. And then one time I went home for lunch, and my mom wasn't home. No one was there. I went back to the school, and he gave me his lunch.
Oh my gosh, Charmaine, you're making me want to cry.
Yeah.
This is beautiful because you were going through a horrible time.
Yep. And so he was like a gentle giant. This is when I was in elementary school. I don't know where he is now, but I just wanted to thank you, Mr. Marshall, for helping a sister out.
What do you want to say to kids who are going through the same thing right now? Charmaine, I don't know if you know, Devo and I both have gone through bullying in school. Grade 8 was horrible for me. I had many, many sick days. I was ostracized. Devo, you've been through it and then some.
Yeah.
What advice do you give to kids out there, and maybe to parents too, and to teachers who maybe see it happening?
Well, definitely for the kids, I mean, talk to one of the teachers. Whoever you connect with in the school, it could be even the school librarian or somebody. If you connect with that teacher, talk to them. At least if you give yourself a voice and speak to somebody, the best scenario might turn out. And for the parents, I don't know, talk to your teachers. Because maybe the teacher has some insight into what your kid's going through that you don't know. So just talk to whoever that child connects with.
That's great advice.
Go from there.
Charmaine, again, we want to thank Mr. Marshall. Can we say which school it was in case he's watching?
I think it was Highland Heights.
Highland Heights.
There you go.
If you know him, send Charmaine love from all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charmaine.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a marvelous Monday.
too,
You
love.
too. Thanks, Charmaine.
She's awesome.
Let's go to an email from Angelica. She says, my name is Angelica. I am 13 years old. A teacher that has changed my life is my librarian, Mrs. Del Snyder. She's so nice, and she helps me find the best books for me. She is the best.
How sweet is that? Shout out to the librarian. We have got another caller on the line. This time it's Jessica from London. Good morning. How are you, Jessica?
I am doing quite well at the moment. Thank you so very much. I am quite excited that I'm actually having the chance to be able to give a shout out to this extremely special teacher whose name is Kathy Hayes, or I should say Mrs. Hayes. I knew this teacher. I actually got the chance of this teacher touching my life before I even had her. I was at a different school. I was a childhood I had a brain tumor, and then by the time I had her a year later, I was a childhood brain tumor survivor, was bullied all throughout school. She always pushed me and encouraged me to succeed. She always uplifted me, and 25 years later, we are still in touch.
That's awesome.
That's
She is
amazing.
still a part of my life. I, unfortunately, at the beginning of this year, got touched by cancer again, and has been there for me again throughout my journey with cancer that I have gone through this year. She always encouraged me to take what I had gone through as a cancer survivor and turn it into something bigger and use it to help others. I was able a few years ago to work for POGO, the Pediatric Oncology Group of Ontario, as an advocate for childhood cancer survivors as a facilitator there. I now help run a support group, a chapter here in London called for a support group called Rebounders. They're originally located there in Toronto, where you guys are. So, little shout out for my Rebounders there.
Yes. Jessica, sending so much love to you and sending so much love to all the teachers out there. And as you just mentioned, your
Mrs.
grade
Hayes,
5
yeah.
teacher, Mrs. Hayes, it really does make the difference. And you've really touched all of us today by sharing that. We're sending you so much love and strength. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you so much for all
Love
you
to
do.
you.
You help lift my day up each and every single day.
Oh,
Well,
we
you've
appreciate
lifted
that.
ours.
Yeah, thank you.
You've lifted ours. Thank you. Love to you, Jessica. Thank you to everybody who called and
Yeah.
wrote in. We couldn't get to all of them, but
And thank
we
you to
are
all the
reading
teachers.
them.
Yeah.
And to all the teachers on this
appreciate
World
y'all.
Teachers Day. We'll be back with more BT right after this.